What's going on, stackers? So in this video we're going to be taking a look at my KDP income report for the month of October. So welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said, this is going to be my KDP income report for the month of October. If you want to see all of my other income reports going back around 2 years now, then click right there in the right hand corner. So let's get straight into this and go to my Get Book Report for the month of October so we can see my income. So here we are. I have it on last month. In fact, let's just refresh the page on this and give it a sec to load up. Now, October actually turned out to be my second best month ever in around 2 years, and we can see that from the 1st of October till the 31st I did $5,286.54. Now, not all of this is profit because I was running ads for a few of my books, and we're going to take a look at that as well in this video and then deduct my ad spend from my royalties so we can see my actual profit. But from here we can see that I made just over $5,000 in royalties, which actually turned out to be my second best month ever, which is absolutely awesome. But it's all because I had one kids low content book do extremely well, and it was ranked at its height around 1,600 in the whole bookstore, and it was selling a hell of a lot of copies. I think it was selling over 60 plus units per day. So let's take a look at this. In October, my best month was here. Not my best month, my best day, and I did $296, and my worst day was at the beginning, where it was around $71. I say worst day, but that's still a really good day. Excuse me. Now, if we go from here and go on to units, we can see how many per day I was roughly selling. So over here at the height, I sold 179 units in one day, and at the lowest, that was here, and that was only 40 units in one day. But again, that's still really good. So let's change that back to earnings and start going through. So let's go down to here. We can see that most of my sales actually came from Amazon.com. Again, because I had that one book do extremely well in October. It was a kids' Halloween, kind of an activity book, so that's only seasonal and sales for that have died off. But I do have a couple more books which have started to take its place and blow up as well. So 91% from the Amazon.com, 5.3% from here in the UK, 3% in Canada, and the rest was just on Amazon.de. But again, most of those sales came from Amazon.com. Now, if we take a look here, we can actually see that for the month of October, I sold 2,944 units, making me that $5,286, and $2,904 of that came from this one book. Again, this was doing extremely well, and I sold 1,689 units of that book. Now, if we pull up a calculator and then take those units sold, which was 1,689 divided by 31, I think there's 31 days in October, equals, I was selling around 54 units per day on average just for this one book, which is absolutely awesome. But again, this one is seasonal and it only really sells around Halloween every year. Then we had the second one. This one I sold 405 units, making $732, and then this one 321 units, making $535. Now these two are low content kids activity books as well. This one's a Christmas one. This one's just a normal one, but these two have started to take this first one's place now, and I expect this Christmas one here to do just as well as what this Halloween one did in October. Now, if we take a look at my fourth one, I sold 82 units, making $165. This one I sold, so this one is a composition notebook. These three are all kids' low content books. Then the composition, this one is actually one of my guest books, my bestseller to date. I sold 55 units, making $133. And then I sold 41 units of this one, making $132. This one is a blank recipe cookbook. And then this one I sold 69 units, making $104. And this is kind of an appreciation gift, or like a retirement gift as well. So as we can see, October was really good for me. Again, my second best month to date. So in fact, in fact, let's go to all time, just so you can see the comparison of this month compared to my other months. So we're going to give that a second just to load up. There we go. We can see I've actually made $56,000 now in the whole time that I have been publishing low and no content books. In fact, it has now been 2 years, which is absolutely crazy. As we can see from here, I started in November 2018 and now we're in November 2020. Now, if we take a look here, this was October and we can see that it is my second best month to date, and I did extremely well, and I'm super happy about that. It's just kind of annoying that we don't see October's royalties until the end of December. But as we can see, my second best month is even my best month for the whole year, as we can see. Now let's go back to October. So let's go back to last month and then go over to my Amazon advertising account and deduct my ad spend from my royalties earned. So again, we're just going to give that a second to load up. There we go. Now if we go over to my Amazon.com, and then we'll go over to my Amazon.co.uk advertising account as well, because I did run a few ads, but hardly anything compared to here, well, compared to the US. Now if we go to here, we can see in September I spent 1,120. Then in October I spent a little bit more, spending $1,252, and I did $3,824 in not royalties, in revenue, sales. So let's go back over to Get Book Report. Let's pull up that calculator again. Let's take this and take the royalties earned, so 5,286.54. Take away my ad spend. So my ad spend was 1,252. So 1,252.81. Take away my ad spend here in the UK. So if we take a look at this is just playing up. Give that a second to load up. But if we take a look at my ad spend here, once it has loaded up, we can see I was running ads in June, and then I didn't really run anything. Then in October I was running a couple, but just decided to stop it, and I only spent £12.42. So if we go over to a calculator, put in that £12.42, it's averaging around $16.10. So let's take away that as well. So minus that $16.10 equals $4,017.63 in royalties. No, in profit. Now I do have a few tools that I use, but I don't tend to add that in here because this is my KDP income report. So this would probably bring it down to 3,900 or something like that. But again, this is still really good. Still my second best month to date, making $4,017 in royalties in profit once I deduct my ad spend, which I'm extremely happy about, and it looks like Q4 is going to be an awesome one. Now, I'd love to know how you did for the month of October, so if you want, you can leave a comment down below telling us and letting us know how your Q4 is going so far. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.